When the First Crusade marched out of Constantinople in 1097, it was a force to be reckoned with, 42,000 strong. Among them, 7,000 were mounted knights, heavily armored and ready for battle. The remaining 35,000 were infantry, hardened warriors, pilgrims, and foot soldiers united under a sacred cause. This was the Crusader army at its peak. From that point on, its numbers would only dwindle. Cut down by battle, weakened by desertion, and scattered as garrisons across newly conquered cities and castles. Their first test came at the Siege of Nicaea in 1097. The Crusaders, still at full strength, faced a Seljuk force of about 10,000. Victory here was swift, but it marked the beginning of a relentless campaign. Later that same year at the Battle of Dorylaeum, the Crusaders found themselves ambushed by Seljuk horse archers. Bohemond led 2,000 to 3,000 knights and roughly 12,000 infantry, vastly outnumbering the 6,000 to 8,000 Turkish cavalry who relied on speed and precision. Against the odds, the Crusaders held firm and prevailed. By 1098, the army was a shadow of its former size. At the Battle of the Lake of Antioch, Bohemond charged into combat with just 700 knights against a Turkish force nearly 17 times that size, 12,000 strong. Once again, the Crusaders emerged victorious. Their toughest test yet came at the Battle of Antioch, where 20,000 Crusaders faced off against a massive Turkish army led by the warlord Kerboga, numbering between 30,000 and 40,000 men. It was a brutal, desperate struggle, but through courage, faith, and tactical brilliance, the Crusaders held their ground. In 1099, they reached their final goal, Jerusalem. After a long and grueling siege, just 1,200 knights and 12,000 infantry prepared to storm the holy city, defended by a powerful and well-equipped Fatimid garrison. The Crusaders fought with everything they had and won. Their triumph was sealed at the Battle of Ascalon later that year. Though outnumbered once more, 1,200 knights and 9,000 infantry, against a Fatimid army of 20,000, they delivered a crushing blow. Throughout the First Crusade, the Crusaders faced impossible odds, outnumbered at nearly every turn, and challenged by some of the most formidable armies the Eastern Levant could muster. Yet in every encounter, they emerged victorious, driven by purpose, hardened by struggle, and destined to make history.